Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now, on to the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail, hail! Patryk Klimala is on the move once again, folks. The Polish striker has just penned a deal with K-League 1 outfit FC Seoul, marking yet another chapter in what's become a properly nomadic career. From Poland to Scotland, then across the pond to the States, a quick stint down under, and now settling in South Korea's bustling capital. It's been a whirlwind for the 26-year-old. And this latest move, I reckon, could be a cracker for him. FC Seoul are a proper heavyweight in Korean football, with a rich history and an ambitious project underway. Klimala will not be short of familiar faces either, which could make this transition smoother than some of his previous ones. For the Celtic fans watching, it's always a bit nostalgic to see a former boy getting another shot at making his mark somewhere new. Let's dive right into how this all came about, shall we? At FC Seoul, Klimala won't be the only European export lighting up the K-League. He'll be joining forces with none other than Jesse Lingard, who after leaving Nottingham Forest has not just found a new home, but has gone and captained the side. Aye, that's right, Lingard's the skipper there now, bringing a bit of Premier League flair and leadership to the team. Then there's Ki Sung-yueng, a name Celtic fans know all too well. The South Korean midfielder is a bona fide legend at Seoul, with over 200 appearances across 2 spells, and of course, he once strutted his stuff at Parkhead too. That little Celtic connection running through this squad is brilliant, isn't it? It's almost like fate that Klimala's landed here, surrounded by players with shared experiences and mutual understanding. You get the sense that this dressing room is going to be a good fit for him both professionally and personally. Klimala arrives in Seoul right in the wave of a very productive loan spell with Sydney FC. After a frustrating period back in his homeland, it was in Australia where he properly found his scoring boots again. 17 goals in 31 games, folks. That's not just a decent return, that's prolific. Especially considering he was lining up alongside some real star names, like Douglas Costa, the Brazilian winger with all the flair and experience in the world. Playing alongside someone of that caliber must have given Klimala a wee bit more space and a lot more confidence in front of goal. Sydney FC certainly reaped the benefits, and more importantly for Klimala, he's proven he can still deliver at a high level when given the chance. That sort of form makes this move to Seoul all the more exciting, because if he can keep that scoring touch going, he could become a real talisman for them. But let's rewind a wee bit to understand how he got to this point. After his time with Celtic ended, Klimala returned to his boyhood club Śląsk Wrocław in Poland, hoping, as many players do, that a homecoming would reignite his career. Unfortunately, things didn't pan out quite like that. Despite the emotional pull of playing for Śląsk again, he couldn't nail down a regular spot in the senior team. Instead, he found himself mostly featuring for the second team, struggling to make an impact and, crucially, failing to find the back of the net. It's always tough when a player returns home with high hopes but can't quite make it click. That period must have been a difficult one for him personally, but fair play to the lad. He didn't let it define him. Instead, he took the brave decision to move abroad once more, and that's where things started looking up. Before landing in Sydney, his most stable post-Celtic spell came in Major League Soccer with the New York Red Bulls. Over in the States, Klimala made 61 appearances and scored 14 goals. While that might not jump off the page as world-beating stats, it's worth noting that MLS can be a tricky league to adapt to, with the travel, the climates, and all the different playing styles. Klimala managed to establish himself as a reliable squad member, and in a league that's becoming more competitive by the year, that's no small achievement. Plus, New York is a massive market with plenty of pressure, so the fact he handled that and chipped in with some important goals speaks to his character and professionalism. But even so, he seemed to be missing that little bit of consistency in front of goal, something that he finally found again during his Sydney adventure. For Celtic fans, the name Patryk Klimala might still bring back memories of a time filled with both hope and frustration. Signed by Neil Lennon in January 2020 for a reported fee of around $3.5 million, there were big expectations placed on the young striker's shoulders. Celtic were chasing history at the time, going for the fabled 10 in a row, and Klimala was seen as someone who could add depth and maybe even challenge Son Edouard for minutes up front. But the reality was quite different. Across all competitions, Klimala made just 28 appearances for the boys, scoring only 3 goals. He struggled to find his rhythm, often looking isolated when he did get on the pitch. The disrupted nature of that 2019-20 season due to the pandemic certainly didn't help matters either. By the summer of 2021, it was clear that a fresh start was needed for all parties involved. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. Now here we are, with Klimala embarking on what is now his 9th senior club. At just 26 years old, that's quite the CV already. Some might look at that and say he's been a bit of a journeyman, but I prefer to see it as a player who's determined to find the right fit, willing to take risks, and not afraid to step out of his comfort zone. The move to FC Seoul represents not just another change of scenery, but potentially the stability and platform he's been searching for all along. The K-League has been growing steadily in stature, attracting more international talent and offering a highly competitive environment. With his recent form in Sydney and the experience he's gathered across multiple continents, Klimala might just be arriving at the perfect time in his career to really make an impact here. One thing's for sure, the K-League is no walk in the park. It's known for its intensity, technical quality, and tactical sophistication. But with players like Lingard and Key around, Klimala will be stepping into a setup that blends experience with ambition. FC Seoul finished mid-table last season and are looking to push back towards the top end, where their fans expect them to be. The arrival of a striker with Klimala's pedigree and recent scoring form could be a key piece of that puzzle. And with Lingard wearing the armband, you just know the dressing room is going to have a good balance of leadership and energy. There's a lot of excitement around this move, not just for Seoul fans, but for followers of Klimala's career who've watched his journey from Białystok to Glasgow, New York, Sydney, and now Seoul. For Klimala personally, this is a chance to really stake his claim and establish himself as a key figure at a major club. He's proven that he can bounce back from setbacks, that he can adapt to different leagues and cultures, and most importantly, that he still knows where the goal is. With the right service and a bit of confidence, there's no reason he can't be hitting double figures in the K-League too. The presence of players like Lingard and Kay will certainly help take some of the spotlight and pressure off, allowing him to just focus on doing what he does best, scoring goals. And who knows, if things go well in Seoul, this might just be the move that finally gives him the long-term stability and success he's been seeking for years. So, to all the football fans tuning in, keep an eye on FC Seoul this season. With Patrick Klimala leading the line, Jesse Lingard pulling the strings, and Kai anchoring the midfield, they've assembled quite the interesting squad. It's brilliant to see players from different corners of the footballing world coming together in a league that continues to grow in quality and reputation. For Klimala, this is yet another chapter in what's already been an eventful career. And for the rest of us, it's another reason to pay more attention to the K-League, which is quietly but confidently becoming one of the most entertaining leagues in Asian football. Let's wish Klimala all the best as he takes on this exciting new challenge in Seoul. Slinte more, Patrick. Hello, fan! Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.